Hey all, welcome to Homeschool ICSE, and we have started with the first chapter of class 10, that is periodic table, periodic properties and its variations. And today I am with one of the important periodic property that one must understand this very clearly to understand further topics of chemistry, that is ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy, right? Or you know what enthalpy means? It is energy. Okay, so enthalpy is nothing but energy. It is also called with the word ionization potential, right? So meaning is same, but the words are different. Ionization potential or ionization enthalpy. See, about the previous properties, I mean atomic size, metallic character, non-metallic characters, videos are done and links are provided in the description. You can go and watch if you have not yet watched. Fine. Say, coming to the word ionization enthalpy. Say, enthalpy means energy, I told you. See guys, if this is a nucleus and these are your shells, okay. See, we have studied that an atom or an element can lose electron, right? If you talk about the metals, they have tendency to lose the electrons. So which electron they will lose? Especially the outermost electrons. So outermost electrons itself can be lost. See guys, remember electron will never go out on its own. No. Atom has a tendency to lose electron, right? It can lose the electron easily, but the electron is not going outside on its own. With some energy, you will have to remove that electron. Some atom require less energy, some atom require more energy, and that energy that is required to remove this outermost electron from neutral gaseous atom is called ionization enthalpy. Say if you have to remove the electron from an outermost shell, the atom must be neutral. It should not have any charge. Okay, it should not be any ion, and it must be there in a gaseous state. Okay, it should not be there in a solid state or liquid state. It's very easy to remove electron from a gaseous atom. Okay, so it must exist in a gas state, right? So let me write the definition now. The energy, this is really very important. Energy required to remove electron from neutral gaseous atom is called ionization enthalpy or ionization potential. Okay, say if you have some metal on providing some amount of energy, this metal can lose electron and it can become a positive ion, right? Say, and this energy that you are supplying to remove the first outermost electron is called IE1. Okay, so ionization energy 1. So what do you mean by ionization energy 1? Energy that is required to remove the first outermost electron. In case if you are removing second outermost electron, again some energy you have to provide, and that energy is called IE2. If you are removing the third electron, third outermost electron, imagine this is the outermost shell which you have 3 electrons. See, the atom has to lose 3 electrons. It will not lose 3 electrons at a time. No. Initially, with some energy you are removing first electron. Again, with some energy you have to remove the second electron. Again, you have to supply some energy to remove the third outermost electron. Right? Say usually energy required to remove the first outermost electron is what we call IE1. The energy required to remove the second outermost electron is called IE2, IE3. Like that you have so many IEs, and about them you will study in much higher classes like class 11 and class 12 in detail. Right? Okay. So the main idea about ionization enthalpy is important to understand. right? And one important thing is you can remove an electron from neutral gaseous atoms only. This is a really very important sentence. Okay, fine. And you know guys, like other periodic properties, even our ionization enthalpy also depends on two factors. Very important. It depends on two factors. So the first one is atomic size. Atomic size. Okay. See here, bigger the atom, if the atom is bigger, what happens? The last electrons are placed very much far away and they will not experience much attraction from nucleus. So in that case, you can easily remove electron with less energy, right? So what I meant to tell you is, if the atom is bigger in size, less ionization energy you will observe. Whereas if the atom is very small, what you will observe is, like I said, more attraction you will have between nucleus and the outermost electron, and it's very difficult to remove electron from such a condition, okay, because electron is more attracted towards the nucleus, right? Say, and you require very much high energy to remove such an electron. So if the atom is small in size, it's very difficult to remove electrons. So very high ionization enthalpy is required to remove such an electron. So this is what our concept actually. So what I can write here is, our ionization enthalpy is inversely proportional to size. So this is really a very important point. Okay, so if the size is bigger, then ionization enthalpy is very less, and you must know what reason you have behind it. Okay, so if the size is large, say if atomic size is more, so what happens? Outermost electron is placed far away, right? And it experiences which one? Outermost electron experiences less attraction from nucleus, right? So this is what the reason behind this. Since it experiences less attraction from nucleus, it can be removed easily, right? Easily with less energy. That's what we call less ionization enthalpy, right? So whereas if the size is small, more ionization energy is required, because in small sized atom, more attraction is observed between whom? Nucleus and outermost electron, right? So that's why it's very difficult to remove such an electron. So you will observe high ionization enthalpy. Okay, so this is the major concept. And the second factor on which ionization enthalpy depends is nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. And we all know what do you mean by nuclear charge, right? It is the total positive charge of nucleus. So it depends on the number of protons present inside it. More the number of protons, more is the charge of nucleus. So if that nuclear charge increases, automatically attraction between outermost electrons and the nucleus increases, right? So what I can say is, nuclear charge is directly proportional to ionization enthalpy. More the nuclear charge, outermost electrons are more attracted. If they are in more attracted state, it's very difficult to remove them. So high energy is required to remove them. Okay, so these are the two factors on which our ionization energy depends. Not only these two factors, there are various other factors like penetrating power of orbitals and then electronic configuration, etc. So all of them will be discussed in much higher classes. So as of now, these two factors are more than enough to understand. Okay, so now I am trying to discuss about trend in ionization enthalpy. That means if you go from left to right in the periodic table, that is across a period when you move, what will happen for ionization energy? Will it increase or decrease? Just relate to size. When you go from left to right in a periodic table, size will decrease. If size decreases, our ionization energy increases, right? So every property you can relate to size and tell the trends, okay? And second one, down the group, what will happen? Down the group, that is from top to bottom, if you go, what happens? Okay, let me take the first group elements: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So when you go from lithium to cesium, what will happen for the size? Size will increase. So cesium is the biggest element of all elements in the periodic table, right? First group elements have large atomic size, and again from top to bottom size will increase. That means cesium is the largest element, and cesium has the least ionization enthalpy among all elements in the periodic table. Remember this point. This is very, very important for competitive examinations. Which element has the least ionization potential? It is cesium. Why? Because of its large size. Okay. So down the group, our ionization enthalpy decreases. Right? And can you tell me which element has maximum ionization enthalpy? It is our noble gases. See, 18th group elements: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. See, noble gases are very, very stable elements. That means they do not, have a tendency to lose the electron. They don't want to lose their electron. They don't want to gain the electron also, because they are already stable. They are already very much happy with whatever the electrons they have. Okay, so here the helium will have highest ionization enthalpy. Okay, so among all the elements in the periodic table, highest ionization enthalpy is for noble gases, that too helium, and least ionization enthalpy is for the alkali metals, that is for first group elements, and also among them it is the cesium, which has very less ionization enthalpy. That means with very little energy, you can remove outermost electron from cesium, right? This is the entire concept of ionization energy. Okay, so in my next video, I will come up with the concept electronegativity and electron affinity. See, both are entirely different. So both properties I will explain in the next video, right? So that you can, clear with all your confusions which you have on these two topics, because many of them think that electron affinity is similar to electronegativity, but no, they are very, very different concepts. Okay, so which will be discussed in the next video. Thank you so much, and do subscribe our channel to learn the concepts in the easiest way and in a detailed way. See you all.